You up there, we're giving this boat away and $10,000 in cash. All you gotta do is click that link, sign up, and become a member. But there's more. You don't wanna become a member? That's fine too. Go pick out your favorite product. You're gonna get entries for every single dollar you spend. And click the link, because you're gonna wanna check out whatever the current entry multiplier is. Hurry, you wouldn't wanna see this offer float away. Get it? Because I'm floating? That's a joke. Go get entered.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback. Yeah, yeah, I think it's time for the comeback. I hope you're ready for the, yeah, I see it's time. Press play on the tape, no rewind. No delay, put it all on the line.
Live action. Live action.
Who's all there?
About ready for you to be done with that.
You can hear it? Can you hear it?
Clear as day comes through.
Really?
Dude, you have like state-of-the-art microphones. Of course it's going to come through.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
I want you to finish eating.
I got a half a pint yet.
Do you ever notice, Jacob, like, you know those DARE shirts?
Yeah,
That people have?
Students Against Destructive Decisions.
Yeah, do you ever
Oh,
notice?
that's sad.
Do you ever notice that it's like, yeah, nice. Do you ever notice that it's like,
What'd you say?
I said DARE and he gave the SAD acronym. But like when 5th grade kids wear a DARE shirt, it's like, good for you. You're making good decisions. But then like you see like a 24-year-old with a DARE shirt on and he's like the biggest drug addict or probably the local drug dealer. You ever notice that?
You know, now that you say that,
Yeah. Like there's two
That's gonna
people
be
that
like-
wear DARE shirts. 5th graders in the program and then drug addicts.
yep, you're right. And,
Is
yeah,
your dad
fifth
a
graders,
drug addict?
5th graders, drug addicts.
Yeah, but he was
and
part of the
Kyle's
program.
dad.
He was running the program.
Yeah,
Makes you question
That's
how-
gonna be like vehicles. Like you ever talk about a vehicle with your friends or say, such and such is my dream vehicle. And then all of a sudden that next day or that next week you see a billion of them out on the road. Or is that just me?
That's just you.
All right. I bet you the listeners can relate to that.
You see more of what you like. For
Well,
sure.
it's just like you talk about something and then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
there's a 1994 Toyota Camry.
The mind's
my
playing
dream
tricks
vehicle.
on you. Is that what you took to Ikea?
That's a dream car.
Nope. Took the F-150 to Ikea. Holy cow, Ikea.
What'd you get at Ikea?
That is a store. That is a store. It's probably, I don't know. Maybe it's just more unique for us because the closest one is 2.5 hours away. But I had an experience at Ikea the other day. Am I supposed to?
Let's hear about it.
Okay.
tell us about your IKEA
Well,
experience. Did you get lost or what?
Oh, I got lost. No doubt about it. Literally got lost. Well, for those who don't know about IKEA, you go in and it's great marketing. You have no other option but to go through this maze through every single section of the store, every single department, and you have to go through each one before you get to the end. There's no exits. There's like a halftime with food in the middle, but there's no exits.
So it's like quick
So you
trip.
can't go out the same door you came in?
Well, you could, but if you get
illegal.
4 departments in,
That's an illegal
you either
move.
got to make the decision to keep going or you got to turn around. And either way, you're lost because you have no idea where you are.
So what aisle do they put the survival gear in?
Oh, it's every 3 aisles.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom. At least there's bathrooms. And there's meatballs about halfway through. So smoothies. No, but I made a pretty big mistake. Couple mistakes going to IKEA for the first time. My first big mistake was knowing what I wanted before I went there. I feel like that's the type of store that you got to go there just to shop. You got to go through each section, spend a half a day, and shop. I knew what I wanted, and I had no idea where to find it. And the biggest problem is, if you pass it, well, then you're screwed. I mean, you can go back, but it's pretty much one-way traffic. I mean, you're going past all these people, so you can't miss it. You gotta know where your
Keep
stuff
your
is.
eyes open. It's like driving on the highway.
Is it just furniture?
It's office supplies. It's furniture. So the first part of it is they call it the showroom. So it's like actual rooms set up with all their products. And the second part of the store is called the marketplace, which is like the warehouse where everything's boxed, and that's where you pick it up.
You go to the showroom first.
You walk through the whole showroom, each department, and then you go to the marketplace. You find the ticket number of your item, and then you pick it up in the marketplace. Pretty cool. The other issue was I definitely did not belong in that store as a 24-year-old man by myself. That's for sure. I had so many middle-aged moms looking at me like, what the heck are you doing here? You do not belong here.
You shouldn't even know about IKEA.
Do not buy anything without going to get the consent of the one you're married to first, right? Kind of vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's my IKEA story. Another cool thing is the shopping carts are real innovative. They have 4. It's instead of locked in, it's a four-way system. So you can swing it a little bit. You know what I mean? It's good cart. They got good carts at IKEA.
iOS controls.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you the story of the furniture we bought upstairs?
No.
And my conversation with that woman?
I can tell you the story of it getting delivered after you tell this story, because I was there for that.
So I was messaging the lady that we bought that furniture upstairs, and for reference, we own this house that we're in together. And so I said, we are looking to buy, yeah, you know where this is going.
Yeah.
I said, we are looking to buy a table and a sectional. What do you have? And so she sent me some pictures, and I was like, perfect. I'll be back. I'll be there tomorrow to look at it and possibly buy. And she was like, basically make sure you bring her along with. And
Because she's sick of dealing with returns.
And I think my response was, instead of, oh, no, I own it with my family, I just said, oh, no, it's fine. I can get the right one.
Oh, that's great.
And I played through it. I have all the messages because she asked me like 3 or 4 times. And I was like, even in store, and I was like, no, this one will be fine. Like this is fine. I'll take some pictures. I even said I'll show her, and then it'll be fine. So I played through this all the way through, and then I had to pay for the stuff, and there was a limit on the credit card, and so I had to call Jacob to get the limit extended. So I just went through this whole buying process in reference to her, and my phone conversation was, "Hey Jacob, can you call the bank quick and get the limit on our credit card up?"
All of a sudden in her head it clicked. And all of a sudden it clicked. She's like, oh, that's why he's going to be fine.
Oh, so yeah, I thought that was pretty comical.
Some people do that, though.
Oh, I would never buy anything without, like, furniture without confronting the significant other.
Speaking of buying stuff, I met this one guy. This dude knew how to buy stuff. So, went out with some friends like 2 weekends ago. Jacob, I kind of told Jacob this story, but you know, you get social, whatever. People come up to you, and so this one guy came up to me and he started asking me what I do. So I was explaining I have 2 restaurants and an online business, and he was curious about Rowboat. Obviously, everybody's curious about Rowboat. So talking to him, and then I looked at him. I'm like, "So you got any like side hustles?" And he's like, "Only when I'm drunk." And I'm like, "All right, what is it?" He goes, "Well, I have a tendency to buy a lot of things on Marketplace when I'm really drunk." And I'm like
Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, like Facebook Marketplace. So he goes on to tell me this is what he does. He says, there's been a couple times where I've just gotten, and he was like a heavy drinker. You could just tell because he was gone. So he's like, yeah, you know, I get 3-4 Bud Lights in me, and I get an idea. And I start going on Marketplace, and then I'm, you know, drinking while I'm on Marketplace, and I'm scrolling, and I see a darn good deal, and I start messaging. And he goes, next thing you know, I've messaged 40 people with all low balls. So this guy drinks. He goes out and he drinks, and then he lowballs people with messages. And then he said the first time he blacked out, so he didn't remember sending the messages. And then the next morning he had a bunch of people like trying to arrange times for pickup, and he had bought like 7 things and spent like $2,000. And he said, I went and got it all and I made like $5,000. So it gets better. Conversation ends, right? And like go our separate ways. I see him at the next bar we go to, and he's sitting in the corner by himself, and I see him on his phone. He's scrolling. So I walk over. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Shopping."
Yeah, he must have been 6 Bud Lights in, huh?
Yeah. Well, it had been like an hour between conversations, and he was already tuned up.
Should have got his number and should have brought him on the podcast. That'd have been a good guest.
Yeah. What'd you buy this week?
It's not a bad deal.
No, not at all.
Isn't there a?
But the fact that like he like carried through with it, like the next morning, he's like, he probably had to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, didn't know I messaged you, but yeah, I'll still take it for that price."
Yeah. Or I'll just come get it.
Yeah.
Let me run to the bank quick.
Yep.
I wonder if you could make a living off of that. I don't know how you'd.
Dude, he made $5,000 in like a day.
I
Like
bet-
he said,
I
it took
bet
him like
you
a month to
could.
sell the stuff, but he bought like cars. Like he would lowball some cars.
How
Said
do you
he bought
report
cars.
that to your accountant?
You don't worry about that.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah,
Cash business.
cash business. No such thing as a cash business.
Sure there is.
You don't have to be friends with the IRS, but you should like listen to them. Although I did have my favorite accountant in college told me that if you don't get audited, you never did your taxes right. Those were his words to his college students.
If you don't get audited,
You didn't do your taxes right.
In other words, you didn't write enough stuff off.
Yeah. So I've yet to do my taxes right. So I haven't got audited.
Well, did you write off these microphones?
Yep. Everything in here.
Did you write off that glass of whiskey that you're drinking?
No, that I didn't because I
And
stole
you
it.
didn't do your taxes right.
Stole
I
this
own
glass
that
of whiskey.
Oh.
Did you
Last
write
glass.
that desk off?
It was $20.
Just check
Could
it.
have saved
20
you
bucks
75
is 20
cents.
bucks, yeah.
It is true. 20 times entries launched for the MasterCraft giveaway when you're seeing this live. So if you want to win.
20 times entries. So
So-
Josh, what could a t-shirt, how many entries could a t-shirt get me?
You get one entry, or you get 20 entries for every $1 spent on the website. I'll save the math to you guys.
I'll save the math to you.
Yeah, you can do the math.
$20 t-shirt, Jacob.
You're the one drinking protein ice cream. You should be able to do the math. $400 or 400 entries.
Yeah.
Good ice cream. I thought we were talking about ice cream.
Math is tough.
$400? 400 tickets, right?
I said
400. 400 chances to win the boat.
Correct.
It's pretty cool.
Immediately at checkout. Ends May 31st.
I mean, if you think about it this way, it's like 400 ping pong balls getting thrown in the thing for the NBA draft.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ping pong balls. Huh.
All the same seat.
I gotta buy a T-shirt.
That is one of the highest entry multipliers of the entire giveaway. So now's a great time. Basically what I'm saying is, like, if you haven't entered yet, now is best time to do so. Get over there.
Get after it.
But we are sick of winter over here. We are ready for summer. We are ready for boating. Ready to podcast on the boat.
Yep.
What are you looking forward to most summertime?
Well, I was just gonna back it up and say, so we're podcasting. Our podcast studio is in our cabin that Evan was talking about earlier, and if we look to the south of us, it's our lake, and we have about, what would you say, 20 feet of open water.
It's opening up, yeah.
So it's coming. We should be the first skiers on the lake.
We'll be the first skiers on the lake, first docks in the water.
Deal. I'm in.
No, you're
We
not.
were early. We were early when we first bought the boat. When we first brought the boat home, you and I went out. It was cold.
Yeah.
You squeezed into that size small wetsuit.
I have it. I believe
get that
I
picture.
believe the water temperature was 38 degrees.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was super cold.
That picture's somewhere. It took us an hour to get the wetsuit off of you.
Oh, I remember.
And then we just didn't know how to surf, so it was just a nightmare.
Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't. So that's which was kind of a unique concept, because we thought,
It'd be really easy.
you got a good wave, you'll be able to surf no problem. Not the case. You got to learn to surf. It's not the easiest thing to learn, but it is fun. It doesn't hurt when you fall.
It's easy to learn in retrospect of other water sports, but it's not like
Yeah.
something as simple as just
yeah.
riding the wave. No, come on. Let me see that.
You got it.
So this is bad radio talk. But
Yeah, we'll pop it up. If you're well, no, Spotify podcasts will have video on them too. So
What am I doing?
I think that was like a little massager.
Yeah.
is this when he was ripping it off?
Yeah.
No, this is, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Either way, it's a tight.
has the-
that's a tight suit.
Has a rough look.
That was a $5 lean, we called it.
It was a $5 lean, a $3 beard, and a $20 gut.
Yep, we'll put that in.
What am I looking forward to most this summer? Well, it's nice to have our lake home done. It's gonna be. I mean, last summer was fun, especially with the MasterCraft, but it's just kind of hit. It's gonna hit different because we're gonna actually have a place to go to the bathroom when we're off the water and stuff like that. Like, basically, spent our whole summer in a pile of dirt last year. So
We did.
Yeah.
that'll be nice.
What am I most excited for?
I think we gotta build a higher pyramid for the long.
What are
lake
you
show.
most excited for?
Golf.
That's awkward.
Yeah, you guys aren't golfers. But it is an exciting part of summer.
My golf clubs are right over there. Can we take a moment? I know the camera can't pan to it, but we have a wide array of items in our
Tip-ups,
basement right
dirt
now.
bikes, golf clubs.
DeWalt tools, Milwaukee tools.
Speaking of dirt biking, Evan, how much fun was the ice races we went on?
Yeah, that was probably the most fun day I've had this winter, and we had quite a few successful ice fishing deals out here, and obviously moving into this place. But that took the cake. That was a lot of fun.
Pit bikes. So we raced. Jacob wasn't there. We raced pit bikes on ice. Some friends of ours basically came up with the idea and then instructed us on how to do it. So if you own a pit bike or like a small dirt bike, go on Amazon, just look up the tire studs, and then just screw a bunch of screws into your tires, into your dirt bike tires, and you can run them through snow on ice. And it almost grips. I mean, it grips like it's like you're on a road until it doesn't. But
But it doesn't hurt when you fall.
Well, debatable. I took the camera guy out on the racetrack. It hurt a little bit. I was sore the next day. It is ice.
Did you race in the actual event, or did you just?
Oh yeah,
bomb
I was
around?
ripping. I passed Evan and blew past Evan. I got a load of confidence, and then wham, just blew a corner right into the snowbank. Took out a camera guy.
I let him pass me.
Well, I was going faster. My time was way quicker. Way quicker. I was on his heels. I had the faster bike. With
And just
not
absolutely, literally, because he did have the faster bike. And so we were both placed. Like, we were both going to be in the feature.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm going to just scoot over. I'm going to let him go by me so he can try to catch first place. And he gets 10 feet behind, like, past me and just poof, eats it on a corner. And I'm like, now.
Yeah, so I missed the feature.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was
But you
horrible.
made it?
Yeah.
It was horrible strategizing, but I wanted to go win. So, because a dude, the same corner in the previous lap, the guy in second crashed. So he went to second. I was third then, which the top three go to the feature. But I was like right on his butt the whole time, and he kept like looking back, like trying to find a good spot to let me go through. And then as soon as I got through, I just started winding her right up. And yeah, not an experienced enough rider to ride that hard.
Glad you didn't wipe me out because it was almost immediately after you passed me.
Yeah.
I go just watching him flying in the snowbank. I'm like,
How many total were in your heat?
6.
6.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
For your first time.
First time.
That was fun.
First time, and that was the bike I was riding. Never rid it before. So I was missing gears, and
I'll have to do that next year.
yeah, we'll get them all.
We should get all of
set
our
up. Yeah, we will.
all 4 of
We'll
our
set them
100s.
all up.
We will.
The old Hondas.
So it turns out nothing wrong with my Razor. Yeah.
How? Just disconnected?
I have no idea. They said they spent 2 hours, and it said all the tires were spinning, everything.
So backstory, at these ice races, Evan had his Polaris Razor Turbo out there, and he's like, come on, get in. We're ripping around. We were just ripping. Super fun thing to do. And then there's a fishery 2 weekends or something before this ice race. And so a bunch of people were out there, and there's a bunch of garbage, and someone left like a stick of wood on the ice.
Like a 6x6 block of wood.
Yeah, 6x6 block of wood. And so it froze, and it was sticking straight up. And Evan was doing a donut, and I was in there, and next thing you know, you hear just a loud, nasty racket, and broke a front drive shaft, so we thought.
Yeah.
Had to have broke. Your four-wheel drive didn't work.
I that's what I told him. I was like, only 3 wheels were spinning. He's like, well, they ran it around in the snow. He said all 4 tires were spinning. They launched it on the pavement. Couldn't find anything wrong except for that the boot that holds the grease in is tore, so they're going to put a new boot on it. An axle boot.
Which is cheaper than the axle. Or you
It's
don't know.
$504 for the whole deal. So you have 2 hours in diagnosing it.
Told you. I told you that's why you should have done it yourself.
What?
I told you to do it yourself.
And replace the axle for the same price? that
No,
it
but
was
when you
gonna
would have
cost
got
me
in,
to-
when you would have tore it apart and got into it, you would have seen that it's not broke, and then
it
you
had,
just send
it,
the part
had
back.
to, it had to go in for the recall anyways. So
I think it just magically fixed itself
'Cause
because
I
I
would've-
was the one who trailered it.
I would have ordered an
shop.
axle, and regardless, it's all checked out because it's riding season soon. So I would hate for my first trip to break down because I didn't know how to fix something right.
The Polaris Generals don't break, do they, Jacob?
No, but they smack
I
rocks.
had to flush the oil, or not the oil, flush the brake fluid, and that's about it. Yeah, their clearance isn't the greatest. I got stuck in the snow the other day. All 4 tires were spinning. I was just sitting on top of the snow. That's not ideal. Yep, they don't break, but could use a little more clearance.
It sucks that all fun toys are just expensive. Basically what it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Or using equipment for business is just super expensive.
Unless
No matter what it is. Evan, you know that. I know that in the restaurant industry. Jacob knows it in the lawn mowing industry. And, well, Evan, you break stuff for a living, basically, so you know it.
Unless,
Mm-hmm.
now hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
We're hearing you.
It's not that expensive for a MasterCraft if you buy a $20 T-shirt.
Oh, you could enter for $12.95 right now.
Just saying.
For sale, not on sale. Actually, it is on sale. Normally $19.99, $12.99, $12.95. Excuse me.
Shameless plug, but
$80,000
just saying.
boat is up for grabs. And if you're listening, you can use code WOBBLYDOC at checkout and save 10% on your very first purchase.
That's WOBBLYDOCK.
Don't spell it wrong.
Wobbly Doc.
Just change the code to however he spells it.
True. Yep, and we'll be dropping new merch soon. There will be new merch. New merch. Gotta have merch.
That's a cool hat you got there. Is that up for sale on the old website?
It is. Just launched. The Water Ski Club. The Robo Company Water Ski Club.
Why is there a burger on there?
Because it's cool.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't you want to eat a burger while skiing? I think I would eat a burger while
We should
skiing.
do
We
that.
should do that.
That's going to happen. You got to have the full meal.
Yeah.
Combo.
Yeah, each person's got to order a combo, and we'll pull 4 skiers, and whoever eats the combo first wins.
That's not a bad idea. We should have
Oh, yeah.
content-wise, we should have a series of...
On the tray. Gotta hold it on the tray.
On the tray, too? No, you can do it however you want. You just got to get it down. And then we'll have a spill factor.
How are you going to measure a spill factor?
negative
Somebody's watching.
5 seconds per spill.
Yeah, just take time off. So don't order French fries. That'll be difficult.
Order French fries.
Freaking onion rings all day, baby. You can just put them suckers right on your finger like a giant ring. And
I'm going to get a Coney dog.
Wait, that's gonna such a mess.
I think the ticket would be I think mini corn dogs and onion rings. I think you could really
Mini corn dogs would be
you could
not
do
too
pretty
bad.
good.
Oh, imagine all that getting like just soaked. How
Water-
nasty that would be.
Water skiing food.
It would be
eating
better than a
competition.
soggy hot dog bun. I will say that. I would rather
A
eat-
soggy hot hamburger bun is better than a soggy hot dog bun.
No, a soggy mini corn dog deep fried deal versus a
Here's the question: do we get the ski ropes that tie to your waist, or do you have to
No,
hold on to
you
the
gotta
ski
hold on
rope?
to
you
the
gotta
ski
hold the
rope.
ski rope.
Oh, I love it.
And
Stay
you gotta
tuned.
slalom.
No, you don't have to slalom.
That would add a whole.
I'm
nother
looping
level.
that sucker right into the armpit. I'm beating you guys.
There's
all.
ways to do it.
We might have to train for this.
No,
Twofold. I mean, you got to strength train.
Drink
for
or
holding
no
the rope.
drink.
dude, we gotta rig the GoPros on the. We'll rig the GoPros
On the ski rope.
on the ski rope.
Drink.
Just watch the struggle bus.
Oh, you just get one of those 360 cameras, tie it to a helmet or
That
a
would work
hat.
too.
Drink
Toys are expensive.
I mean, we could do it either way, but
You just drink the lake water.
if you think of another,
I think you would be better off ordering a gallon jug versus a cup.
gallon of milk challenge, water skiing.
We could do all sorts of things.
do it.
It could be a full series. Stay tuned for that.
Could be a fun series.
We do have to. We won't put, just so everybody knows, disclaimer. We won't put maybe just a couple hours on the MasterCraft before we give it away because we don't like doing that. Putting hours on basically, it's somebody else's boat at this point. Just we don't know who yet, but we are. Since we probably won't have a wake surf boat to replace it, we are going to shoot one piece of content. We're going to have the dunk contest on wake surfing dunk contest. So we will do that.
I think that's fair to whoever. To whoever wins it.
What
I
are we
think
gonna
that's
call
fair.
a dunk contest?
The wake surfing dunk contest.
That's boring.
Well, I don't care what we call it.
I think we should have the listeners submit entries.
You think so?
Yeah, if they got ideas or challenges, we'll do them.
What were some of the basketball video games that we used to play?
NBA Jam, NBA Street.
Oh, NBA Street was good. Or
Yes.
NFL Street. You remember NFL Street?
Remember NFL Street? Smear the Queer.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was called Smear the Queer.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think it was.
It definitely was.
After I said it, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know if that's what it was called, but that's what we called it. It was
That would not be on a new video game. They would not have that
Nope.
title on a new video game. I know that.
We'll call it Smear and Clear.
What's the other name for that? For that?
Maybe that's what it is.
Smear and Clear?
Yeah, and we just called
Smear
it.
the Clear?
No, we just
Smear-
called it when we played it.
Yeah, but why would we have called it that if it wasn't?
I don't know. That was what the kids in our school
Our parents
called
I know,
never.
that's-
Our parents never yelled at us for that.
it. No, we'd just be like, hey, you guys want to go?
We're going to smear the.
Dude, how bad does that sound? What are you guys doing? Oh, we're going to smear the queer.
I hope we don't lose listeners
Smear
for this.
the.
There's another name for that game. So the game we're referring to is like a game kids play, and you have one football, and
Or
whoever
adults.
or adults,
All right.
yeah, whoever grabs the football, everybody tries to tackle him, and then when you tackle him, he has to like release the football. The next guy grabs it, and you go and tackle him. And there are other names for it, but I don't know what they are. You Googled it? That was a mistake.
Pretty interesting here.
Artificial intelligence is gonna get a hold of that. Oh yeah.
Smear the Queer is a game that has been around for many years and is a favorite among children. The game is simple and can be played with any number of players. The objective of the game is to hit the queer with a stick and then run away before the
That's
person.
a different game.
I know it is, but this is the
Okay,
original.
sorry, keep going.
Who can catch you. If you are caught, then you become the queer. The game is over when the person who is caught. Smear the Queer is a great game to play at parties or gatherings with friends and family.
Unreal.
So we just substituted a football for a stick
Pretty much.
and tackled instead of hit people with a stick.
I googled it.
Huh.
What was that game called? NFL
NFL Street.
and
Like 04.
NFL
Street 2. It was Street 2.
NFL Street 2.
Yeah. 2 Smear.
I don't think that's what it was called.
I'm looking. Gameplay. Game modes. Okay.
NBA Jam was a good one too.
I think we're thinking of NBA Street 2, actually.
That's a
NBA
good
Jam
one.
was... I didn't like NBA Jam.
Oh, you're wrong. You're,
On the old PlayStation 2. Best console there was, I would
still
say.
have mine.
I think we got ours, too. Yep. If they would... Imagine if they would online gaming for the PS2.
Oh man.
And all those games could have been online gaming. Been done. Would have been the greatest console
Dude,
ever.
GoldenEye 007 online. Are you kidding me? Or was that Xbox?
I thought that was GameCube. I played that one.
Oh, yeah,
I played
you're
that
right.
one on the GameCube.
Yeah. Oh, the days. But yeah, speaking of smear the whatever we want to call it, we could do that on skis too.
We did it.
I know, but we could.
Uncle Dan made
Film
us
it.
do it. I almost
Last one
won.
standing wins.
Yeah.
Battle Royale style. Who won that? Shmev?
Yeah, I think I finished second. I came in hot and then took myself out.
Old things.
Well, I think Uncle Dan didn't like that there was still a lot of people remaining.
There is
so he just
no
whipped us.
information on this.
Yeah, he was pulling skiers like tubers.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I think we have video of that too.
Here we go. I'm still on this topic, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm reading. I was just reminded of Smear the... A game in which everybody gangs up to tackle the person with the ball. The name seems really offensive today. Probably was then too, but kids didn't know or care. Is that still the name of the game, or has it evolved into something else?
Is this on Reddit?
Searching termed up some people saying they called it "kill the guy with the ball" or
That's not much better.
That's a lame name.
or British bulldog. But I'm curious to whether any of the alternative names have caught on in general, or do kids mostly still use the name Smear the...
I don't think kids play that game anymore. Do you think kids play that game?
Kids are too soft nowadays.
They're all playing Fortnite.
video games.
You can't. This sounds terrible, but kids, you need to get off Fortnite and go play Smear the Queer.
You're right.
Needs to happen.
STQ for short.
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Just don't tell anybody what it means. There's other names for it, and it's
STQU.
bothering me that I can't think of it.
Yeah, so kill the carrier.
That's the one I've heard of.
Smear the carrier. Or is it kill? Yeah, kill the carrier.
Kill the carrier.
Kill the carrier, British Bulldog.
Still probably not acceptable.
Kill the man with the
unfortunately,
ball.
in today's day and age.
I think that was it. Mall ball.
That's a good name. Mall ball. What else do we want to talk about?
Or
There,
this one's bad. Well, maybe not. Or Bronco. Guess it depends.
Depends on where you are in the country.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from Alabama, what do you think it's called?
Spear the queer.
Yeah. Probably. It's the guys in like California that get a different name.
We called it Kill the Guy.
Oh, the things you learn from the old internet.
Yes, sir. I think we're going to wrap this one up, and we'll see everybody next week.
See ya.
Peace.
See ya.